Hello, I'm John, and this is Unique Wargaming Terrain. Don't change the channel. I've had a cut and a trim, so it is me. Where are we? Well, all this is dry now. Especially term now. Look at the size. Especially term out on there. He looks lost. This is a huge piece of terrain. This is the big build part 2. In this video, I'm not going to do, probably at the end of the video I might be fully mixing this and sorting this out, but for now all I'm going to be doing is just making, in this video, mostly making little embellishments to put everywhere else. I was going to fully mix this first, but that's a big job. It's a very time consuming thing, not only to do it but for it to dry as well, so I thought it might be better to do that at the end of the video, so then by the time the next video comes over, it's dry and it's ready to be painted and all that. And with level 5 at the moment, some materials that I want I can get, but they just might be a bit difficult. So what am I going to do here? Well, I've been looking at the sides here. I'm going to actually put a ladder on one of them, probably both sides, even though I've got steps here in the middle. I'm going to make that out of foam. I'm thinking about just some foam embellishments on the side. I've got a good idea for this walkway, but I may not be able. I've got one part for it. I might be able to stretch that to both of them, because the other part is not essential. So yeah, sit back, enjoy, or sit back and watch and enjoy this video. And I'll see you in a bit. Right, here we are, guys. I'm going to start off by doing a ladder scale on one side. I would, because the pieces are the same height, I would imagine that they would be the same height and same width, but I would check that before I cut 2 lots of it. So I've measured the first side I'm going to do, which is where you saw me standing with my left hand side. It's 2 inches wide by 3.5 inches high. So what I've got here is just an off-cut piece of foam board. Yeah, I've got the measurement written on here, so I'm not going to mess it up, and all I've done is mark just 2 little marks where it's 3.5 inches. So I'm going to make a cut. This is the height I'm getting now. Nice sharp blade. Right, so that's the height that I need. So it's 2.5 inches, it's 2 inches, the whole thing. So what I need to do, I'm going to make a ladder. So I need to really mark 1 inch. No, I need to mark 1/2 inch really. Yeah, I need to mark 1/2 inch. Well, let me do the 2 inches first, just to get a smaller piece that I'm working with. Now these cuts don't matter if they're not perfectly straight, because it's going to be like a bandy ladder. It could be a ladder that was originally there, has been damaged over time, or it could be a ladder that's just been made up by some denizen that wants to be able to get onto the roof. So that's 2 inches, 2 inches, 3.5, perfect. So I want to have runs on the ladder. So what I need to do is 2 inches wide. So if I mark it at 1/2 inch, and then mark it another 1/2 inch, I could have done three marks on here for some bizarre reason. Right, so here's what I've got. Okay, so I'm going to cut out and get rid of this middle piece. So I've got the 2 runs on the side. Then with this middle piece, I'm going to cut runs to go into hot glue onto it. Okay, it's as straightforward as that. It's so simple. Now, if you don't have a hot glue gun, it's a worthwhile investment. But what I'm going to say to you with the hot glue gun is don't just buy the top brand or this one or that one. What you want to do, when you go into the shop, I think I might have even mentioned this before, it sounds very familiar that I've said before, but say it again. When you buy your hot glue gun, buy whatever one is in the store that has, if they have the glue sticks for it. Now, what I'm talking about is the glue gun takes all different glue sticks. This one here, for example, okay, it takes the big, I think it's 11 millimeters or 10 millimeter glue sticks. I have another one that takes like 0.5 and, you know, stuff like that. The benefits of that is if you have, if you ever have need for the big one, but you can't get hold of it, but you can get hold of the little ones, you've got a gun for it, it still does the same job. I've sort of cut this one a little bit bandy, so I'm just going to tidy it up a little bit. There we go. Right, so now I have 2 runs to go on either side of the building. One looks a little bit bigger than the other. It's not a big issue, but I just want to make sure that it's not. So now I'm just going to measure. Is that still 3.5 inches? I don't know why I'm measuring that. I should have known. So I'm going to do it 1/2 inch intervals. And just put a mark. Just so I can cut and have it relatively straight. Right, this is going to take me a few minutes. Take me a couple of minutes to do. So I'm going to do this and I'll come back to you afterwards. Right, so my fingers have been busy. So right there, I've got all these triangle pieces that I got from snipping these. Yeah. The triangle pieces are going to use on the walkway. These pieces are going to be used to embellish the buildings. And then what I did was I measured, there's a bit I cut out with the hot knife. And I measured it, the height and the width. And I cut a piece of foam the same size. Now what I done then was I cut into it and made jagged cuts. I then beat the hell out of it. Okay. I don't know if you can see that. Really mashed up and beaten up. Yeah, so what I'm going to, the plan with this is where the door would have been, I'm going to lay that down so it looks like the door has been smashed down. So that's where I'm at with that. I've been so busy making so many different embellishments of different sizes, different, when I've got these pieces that I showed you a minute ago. Yeah, I've got loads of different lengths of those, and the plan is just to have them on the side of the buildings. Now with the ladder, I've actually got 2 of this size, which I'm actually going to glue to the side of the ladder, okay, to give me a nice, close the gap and get rid of all that for me. That's where I'm at, guys. So I'm going to start hot gluing it all on. No doubt, when I finish hot gluing all of this on, I will probably then go, oh, I need something there, I need something there, and start making more bits to go on. If I do, I'll record it and let you know what I'm doing. So, on to the hot gluing. Right, I finished hot gluing what I was doing, and this is just a little close up for you guys. Spikes along there. Well, so I say spikes. they're not really spikes, they're just alcove bits that's hanging out, you know. I've got 4 of them on this walkway and 3 on that walkway. Now, again, I'm easy either way, it doesn't bother me. For me, it looks fine, but you know, I still have some little bits left over, as you see on the floor down there by the glue gun. Just whip you around so you can see the ladder. I ended up putting foam bits at the side here. I still need to put a little bit across the top, but I need to put something across here as well. So from this angle, you probably see them sticking outside there. Nice. I actually had these off-cut pieces, so from cutting doors and stuff. So I put them together and they make nice little stairs. I need to make a hole in this part here, just so you can shoot out. Stairs are there. That Space Marine terminal looks so lost. Right. Again, see the side there. That side. So we're not even halfway finished. Oh, there's the door. No, glued to the floor. See how mangled I did that? Now obviously it looks weird, John. When I add some paint to it, it's going to look fantastic. You might be asking, why do I have the blocks back in the corner? Because I started in a little tiny lift, and I was like, no, just put a block on it to hold it down, and I have it on all 4 corners, so it's just try and stop it. Once it's had a bit of thinner mix and a bit of paint and stuff like that on it, I think it'll be perfectly fine. But that's where we're at the moment. Now I'm going to take a breather for tonight, and just come back to it fresh in the morning and see if there's anything else I want to add to it and cut and shape and whatever else. But it's looking good, guys. See you in a bit. Welcome, guys. I've done everything that needs to be done. Before I get onto this, I want to talk to you about something that's come to my attention. My friend Oliver over at Broadsword Wargaming, if you haven't checked out his channel, after you watch this video, go over and check him out, Broadsword Wargaming. He's going to be opening a gaming club, and he started a GoFundMe, so he needs some help getting that going. I'd appreciate it if you could go and over and look at his channel anyway, and if you can help him, great, fantastic. I have fond memories of finishing work on a Thursday and going to my local GW for late night gaming till like 8 o'clock in the evening or something. So, and he's doing that sort of thing. So for all the details, go over to Broadsword Wargaming and have a look at the videos about it. And if you can help him, please do, guys. It's really good cause and really important. Right, so where are we now with this? I'm ready for filling mixing. So what I've done is I got the hot knife, and I've all the identifications on the polystyrene for like what type it is and all that sort of stuff that you get in polystyrene packaging. I've burnt them out. So when I fill a mix now, and I'm not going to be using, I would be using this, a lolly stick, but not to do the whole thing, just to do the little nitty gritty bits. Then we use a brush, some filler, and I'm going to get some water. Now I'll put the filler on, I'll use a brush, water it down, and just basically paint the whole thing. Now you'll notice that it's lifted up a bit. I've raised it on plimps. Now the plimps that I use is a lid from a coffee jar. Can't use glass jar, don't ever use glass jar, but the plastic lid is perfect. And because we drink coffee, a jar every week and a half, 2 weeks, I have a lot of lids. So I use them for plimps for everything. Any piece of terrain that I make, I use the plimps. Now, I've raised it, so when I put the filling mix on, or even when I paint it after that, anything that runs off is going to run off to the newspaper. Okay, so yeah, we're almost there. It's a bit of a headache. one thing I have forgotten, I've just remembered, is the walkway. So I'm not quite finished with those, but that's okay because they're going to be steel, so I don't need to filler mix those. But I'll filler mix the rest of it, and I'll probably work on them during the week. This goes up, and then the week before the next one goes up, I'll work on those and film myself working on those. Yeah, so sit back, enjoy. We're almost there. Right guys, so I filler mixed this. I think it was like 1.5 minutes on time lapse, but it's really like over an hour. I ended up, instead of brushing the filler mix or putting it on and then brushing it and watering it down, I ended up pouring water into the filler mix and giving it a mix up and turning it into a sort of a paste. Now I can see a few spaces where I've missed. Now when this video finishes, I'll leave this to dry, and then before the next video starts, I'll go over and get those bits again. One of the pros of putting the water in there and turning it into like a paste, when I'm putting it on the top, it's running down, and then it's hitting the join of where the polystyrene goes into the board and seeing the join there, which is taking me a little bit of time, but this is the biggest thing I've ever filler mixed. So guys, until next time, if you like this video, please hit the share, like, subscribe, and please turn on your notifications. And one last thing, just for a quick reminder, please go over and look at Broadsword Wargaming, and if you can help the Kickstarter, the GoFundMe, please do so. I'll see you next time.